I wanted to show you the system in Spain. I'm from the US. I've been here for a month. I have one more month to go before I have to go back home. I had to learn this system that they have over here, which is different than what I'm used to. In the US, I do have an electric stove. The buttons are normally like right up here at the top. Well, this one's not like that, so I had to Google and figure it out. You start with this. You press that button and it turns on the burner, which is this one here. On the bottom, you'll see the little tiny dots and it tells you which burner it is. So to change the burner, you have to press this one here. Like I'm using that one for that one. That one's at the top one up there. Then it's the next one is up there. And then the next one is the one that's down here. Well, the burner I mostly use is this one, which is the biggest one that's there. Now to change, you have to press that button to see how hot you want it. So you just move it from here, minus and negative. You want it more, and it's kind of hard because I don't know, it feels like it gets stuck sometimes, but like if you want it medium, you just go down lower. You want it on high, it goes to 9. The difference with this burner than what I have at home is the burner only covers this little section in the middle. You know, nothing else on the outside seems to get, lit like this does in the middle. So with the pans that I've been using here and stuff, I kind of like have to move the pans around because it seems to only cook in the center of the pan. So I have to push everything that's in the pan, like on the edges, to the center. So things doesn't seem to cook evenly here on the stove because the red part, the burner, the part that's red, that's the cooking part, it's not on the outside, more larger than it is in the small area. Now that's how the stove works. And then once you're done cooking whatever you're cooking, you press this button again. And it's going to show H for hot to let you know, even though the burner's not on, that section is still hot. Once it cools down, then the H will just turn off. Now as far as the oven goes, that's a whole different thing. The oven has these buttons. That's for you if you want it to cook on the top and the bottom. If you wanted to cook on the bottom, if you want to cook on the top, and then back to the top, and then you turn it off on 0. Now this one, the temperature goes all the way up to 250. So make sure you turn that off. Now these buttons, I have no clue what they were. I even sent a picture to the girl at the Airbnb and she couldn't figure out what I was talking about. But as long as those worked up here with this system here, I'm okay with it. If I get really super bored, I'll try to figure out what these are. But as of right now, I don't need it. I'm working with what I have. I'm fine with it. So that's how this works here. I'm getting ready to make some first time barbecue chicken in the oven. And I'll show you the ingredients that I will be using. Being in Spain, I am not used to having their spices, so it's kind of like I bought a little bit of everything. I'm used to adobo, sazon, Puerto Rican stuff. So being here for a month, this is my first time actually making some barbecue chicken wings. So we'll see how it goes. It's getting ready to come out of the oven, but I just wanted to show you what I used. I used a little oil, just a little bit on the bottom so it doesn't stick. I put aluminum foil on the bottom of the pan and encased it and closed it in the aluminum foil. So I just put a little drop of this just so it wouldn't stick to the aluminum foil. Then of course you have your pepper, your salt with ajo, which is garlic, oregano, ajo salsa. This is supposed to have garlic too, and what did it say, parsley. I forgot what else it said on there, but I looked it up before I purchased it. And it looked like it had a lot of good stuff in it, so I purchased it. And then of course, you have your onion. So I used all that, sprinkled it all on there on the chicken. Now it's time to see the finished product. Hopefully it came out okay. Well, this just came out of the oven, so let's take a peek on what it looks like. Okay, doesn't look too bad. Let me get see if it's actually done. But this is what it looks like. I might put it back in, turn them all around and put it back in and leave it unwrapped so the juices will kind of cook it a little more. And let's see how it finishes. Alrighty, I just took it out of the oven and let's see if it is a little more looking done. Yeah, they look much better. Much, much better. So let's see how it feels. Yeah, they're done. But this is what it looks like. Whoa. Let's try this again. This is what it looks like. They were cooking for like, that's another thing, the stoves here in Spain are much different. So you have to learn what the buttons mean and all that other good stuff. So I've been Googling everything. But this is it, and I cannot wait to dig into it. Thanks for watching. I forgot to add one of the most important ingredients to barbecue chicken. I gave you all the other ingredients, and how can I leave out one of the most important ones, which is barbecue sauce. So add that to these. So that is what I also used, was barbecue sauce. So now we have it all. And the chicken, which is amazing. Peace.